Swami ki, and His Grace Shrutakirti Prabhu ki. So they've been here for the Janmashtami Prabhupada Vyas Puja celebration, and we have our third day of festival. So here are the hardcore festival devotees, and Maharaj will be leaving shortly after this, and Shrutakirti will be here for 2 more days. So at this time, His Holiness is going to speak to us, and then he's off to Florida. His Holiness Bhakticharu Maharaj ki.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Padamaham Dadati Svapadantikam. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, all of you celebrated the Janmashtami and Vyas Puja last 2 days. And how did you like the festival?
Wonderful.
Thank you. So, Krishna Janmashtami, which means actually the 8th day of the month of Bhadra, when Krishna appeared. And so we celebrate this particular day as Krishna's appearance day. The reason Krishna appeared, how many of you have read Krishna book? Okay, I can see that I have a very learned assembly. So, to recall, to reiterate, what actually happened, Mother Earth, is Earth is a personality?
Yes.
Or is just inert matter?
Personality.
It's a personality. Actually, this manifestation is her manifestation of her potency. Just like Jamuna is a person. The river is a manifestation of her potency. Like, it is manifested in the form of a river, but behind that river there is a person. Similarly, Himalaya is a mountain, but behind that mountain there is a person. So similarly, Earth is a person. Is she male? I already spoke. I was about to ask whether she is a male or a female. Okay. Is she a male or a female? Female. Okay. So she is a female. And she is considered to be the mother. Just as mother takes care of her children in all respects, Earth takes care of us. Isn't the Earth taking care of us in all respects?
Yes.
She is providing the food, she is providing the water, she is providing the oxygen, everything that we need, she is actually providing. So Mother Earth is a person, and she was tormented by the rulers of that time, who with their demoniac attitude were fighting. Fighting with whom? The evil was fighting with good. This is what actually happens when the demons prevail, when they become powerful. They torment the saintly personalities and they promote the evil personalities. Like Ravana, to some people, Ravana is a great person. He was providing them with all kinds of facilities. Ravan assured them that I will build a staircase that will go all the way up to heavenly planet. Generally, people go to the heavenly planets by performing for pious activities. So Ravan said, why should there be the condition of pious activities? I will build a staircase. And anybody will be able to go to heavenly planet and enjoy it. So this is what actually happened. Similarly, Duryodhana. I mean, to his allies, he was a great person. He was handsome, he was wealthy, he was intelligent, he was influential, he was powerful. Duryodhana was a great character. But his only problem of these personalities is they were averse to Krishna. So the ultimate consideration of good and evil is whether one is attached to Krishna or whether one is averse to Krishna. So demons are the ones, those who are averse to Krishna. Otherwise they may, it's not that always that the demons look very terrible. Ravan also was very handsome. Actually, Hanuman went to Ravan's palace in search of Sita, and he saw Ravan as a very handsome person, surrounded by all kinds of beautiful women. They all were asleep after the night-long orgy. They all were fast asleep. So we can say similarly, Duryodhana was a very handsome person. So it's not that by the appearance we can make out who is a devotee and who is a demon. On the other hand, we can see Hanuman is a monkey. Okay, monkeys are not famous for their physical beauty, but they are devotees. So external appearance is not the criteria. The criteria is one's consciousness. So Mother Earth, being tormented by these demoniac rulers, she could tolerate their torturing her. You see, demoniac people, what they do, they simply try to exploit Mother Nature. That the way it's happening, we can see that today's world is actually becoming very, very demoniac. The way they're tormenting Mother Nature. Like I was reading, like the rainforest is in fire. And so much that the whole city became covered with smoke. It was, even during midday, it was like midnight. It's completely covered with smoke, and it was complete. And what's happening? The river Amazon is drying up. For that matter, I must also say, how many of you been to India recently? And did you fly in India? You must have when you have gone there. Did you see the condition of the rivers there? Most of the rivers are dry. Most of the rivers are dry. Why? Because they are channelizing the water in different directions and the rivers are not flowing. Delhi, Jamuna is not flowing through Delhi. What is flowing through Delhi is the west of the city. The garbage of the city is now flowing through Jamuna. So when Jamuna comes to Vrindavan, it's not Jamuna. It's actually Delhi's wastewater flow. So this is how the Mother Earth is being tormented by the demons. And as a result of that, she is suffering. She is completely, she is in pain. So assuming a form of a cow, actually that's one of the form of Mother Earth. Cow. Personification of Mother Earth is a cow. And it's not that she's only a cow, she's actually a very beautiful person. And she was but she assumed the form of a cow. And she went to Lord Brahma. Brahma is the controller of this universe, he is the head of this universe. So she went and told Brahma, see, I can't tolerate this situation anymore. Please do something about it. Brahma said, I can't. It's beyond my ability. I can't deal with this situation. So let's go to Krishna. So Krishna is also present in the universe. In the universe there is a region called milk water ocean. And in the milk water ocean there is an island called Shvetadip. And in Shvetadip, Garbhodakshayi Vishnu is lying. And so they approached him, and Lord Brahma praised the Lord through the prayers of Purusha Shukta. And as a result of that, the Lord asked Brahma. He didn't personally appear, but in the heart of Brahma he actually manifested himself and asked, what's the matter? Brahma told that, look, the condition of the earth is extremely precarious. We have to do something about it. And the Lord said, okay, fine. Tell the demigods to take birth in the Jadu family, and I'll come and I'll take care of the situation. And as a result of that, the demigods actually took birth in the Jadu and Vrishni family to assist the Lord. And this is how the Lord actually appeared. In Bhagavad Gita, do you remember the Lord's assurance? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushritam. To protect his devotees and to annihilate the demons, the Lord appears. And that's why the Lord appeared apparently. I say here the word apparently because the business of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is not to kill the demons. Krishna is Leela Purushotta. His business is to perform his pastimes with his devotees in order to enjoy and give pleasure to his devotees. That's Krishna's business. But this particular Dwapar Yuga was the Dwapar Yuga that appears only once in a day of Brahma. Brahma's day has 1000 Chatur-yugas. What is the meaning of Chatur-yuga? Chatur-yuga means the combination of 4 yugas. Satya-yuga, Treta-yuga, Dwapar-yuga and Kali-yuga. This is how time actually moves. The smallest concept of time is second. So after 1 second, what happens? Another second comes. So the seconds are moving in cycles. Then similarly, the minutes are moving in cycles. Hours are moving in cycles. Days are moving in cycles. Months are moving in cycles. So time moves in cycles. And that is why time is moving endlessly. You see, the rectilinear movement, straight movement, has a beginning and an end. But the circular movement doesn't have any beginning and any end. It just goes on. And one of the highest consideration of time is yugas. 4 yugas make one cycle, one largest cycles. And 1000 such cycles comprises a day of Brahma. And in one day of Brahma, there are 71 manus. 14 manus. And the reign of each manu is 71 Chaturyugas. So 71 multiplied by 14 is how much? Almost 1000, isn't it? So 71 multiplied by 14 is almost 1000. 1000. So there are 14 Manus come in a day of Brahma. Manus are like the rulers of the earth, rulers of the system, Brahma, universal affair. Like sometimes Manu is projected as a sage. I'm seeing, like in India, the Manu is presented as a rishi, sage with beard. But Manu is not a sage. Manu actually is a saintly king, not rishi but rajarshi. He's a king. From him comes the Surya dynasty, Sun dynasty. There are two dynasties, two lines of the warriors, warrior line, Kshatriyas. One is from Surya, the other is Chandra. The Surya in this time is Vivashwan, Surya Deva. Do you remember in Bhagavad Gita? Imam Vivashyate Yogam Praptavan Aham Abhayam. So Vivashwan, Krishna says that I gave this knowledge to Vivashwan. Then Vivashwan Manave Praha. Then Vivashwan gave this knowledge to Manu. And Manu, Ikshakuve Abravi, Manu said it to his son, Ikshaku. So Surya's son, sun god's son, is Vaivashyata Manu. And then his son is Ikshaku. Does it ring some bell? Ikshaku? Ikshaku? In this family, in this line, Lord Ramchandra appeared. Ikshaku Vamsa. So Ramchandra's line is the Surya's Vamsa. Krishna's line is Chandra Vamsa. From moon, Somdev. And so that way we can see that Manu is not a sage. Manu is actually a ruler, king. He's a controller. He controls the affairs of the universe. There are 14 such Manus. The seventh Manu is Vaivashyata. And this is the time that we are in. And how many Chaturjugas are there in a day of Manu? Manu's reign comprised of 71 Chaturjugas. And on the 28th Chaturjuga of Vaivashyata Manu, in Dwapar Yuga, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead who resides in Vrindavan, descends. Although Krishna says that Sambhavami Juge Juge, that original Krishna, original Supreme Personality of Godhead, he doesn't come in every Yuga. He comes only once in the day of Brahma. On the 28th Chaturjugas, Dwapar Yuga of Vaivashyata Manu. So this is the period that's going on. And Krishna comes, performs his pastimes. When his pastimes are over, when he ends his pastimes, Kali Yuga begins. Dwapar Yuga ends, Kali Yuga begins. And then in that Kali Yuga, after Krishna leaves, about 4,500 years after that, Krishna again comes as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And appearing as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he actually reveals who this Krishna is. It's a very important thing to understand. This Krishna is not a Jugavatar. When you are speaking about Juga and appearing in the Dwapar Yuga, Paritranaya Sadhanam and Vinashaya Cha Dushkritam, that is an incarnation. Jugavatar is an incarnation of Vishnu, Kshirodakshayi Vishnu. But Krishna is not an incarnation of Kshirodakshayi Vishnu. Krishna is the avatari. He is not an avatar. He is an avatari. let's go back to Srimad Bhagavatam. Towards the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, we get 24 different incarnations have been described. And then it has been pointed out that in this way there are innumerable incarnations of Lord. Avatara hi asamkhayo. Asamkhayo, that means innumerable, cannot be counted with numbers. So many incarnations of the Lord. But ete chamsha kala bhumsha, they are his parts and parts of the parts. Amsa and kala. But Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the Swayam Bhagavan, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. That original Supreme Personality of Godhead, what is his identity? His identity is, okay, now let's go back to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Aradha Bhagavan Brajeshu Tanai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is revealing the identity of this Supreme Personality of God. What's his identity? Brajeshu Tanai, the son of the king of Braja. Who is the king of Braja? Nanda Maharaj. This Krishna is the son of Nanda Maharaj, not son of Vasudeva. Aradha Bhagavan, Brajeshu Tanai, Stadhama Vrindavanam, his abode, his dham is Vrindavan. And this Krishna never lives Vrindavan. Krishna never lives Vrindavan. Vrindavanam paritajya putra padapi na gacchati. Never ever he goes anywhere living Vrindavan. Now the question may arise, Maharaj, you just said that he came once in a day of Brahma, he comes in such and such time. Okay, he comes, how does he come? He comes along with Vrindavan. Vrindavan comes down here. So he never lives Vrindavan. When he comes here, he comes along with his dham, Vrindavan. There is a little story behind, I won't say story, I would say history or anecdote. Garga Samhita is actually giving the description. When Brahma appealed to Krishna, and Krishna said, okay, I'll come. And when Krishna said, I'll come, Radharani fainted. Just with the consideration that Krishna is going to leave, just the thought made her faint. So when she was brought back to her senses, Krishna says, don't worry. You'll come with me. You'll also come with me. She said, I don't want to leave Vrindavan. I don't want to go anywhere, live in Vrindavan. Krishna said, okay, I'll send a part of Vrindavan with all its features. Jamuna, Govardhan, Radhakund, Shamkund, with all the features, I'll send Vrindavan. So this is how Vrindavan actually came, before Krishna came. Do you remember how Govardhan came? Okay. How many of you know what Govardhan is actually? Please raise your hands. You don't know Govardhan? Govardhan is a mountain. So, Govardhan came as in the mountain, in an island, just as there is a planetary system called Earth planet, or Jambudvip. This is a Jambudvip. Beyond that, there is an island called Shalmalidvip. In Shalmalidvip, Govardhan appeared as the son of another mountain. So, Pulasta is a great sage, one of the 7 great sages, son of Brahma. He lives in Benares, Kashi, Varanasi. So he went on a pilgrimage and went to different places. And so when he came to this Sharmali Dip and saw Govardhan, he became very, very attractive. So he asked his father, Govardhan's father, that I want your son. So when a sage like that asked for something, he could not decline, he couldn't say no. But he was heartbroken, And Govardhan, he told Govardhan, you see, the sage wants to take you to Benares, Kashi. Actually, the original name of the place is Varanasi. Varanasi. So, in the English abbreviation became Benares. So he said, so Govardhan, okay, but how will you take me there? So he promised to say, don't worry. With my mystic power, I will carry you. I have the strength even to carry a mountain. He said, fine, but I have one condition. You have to take me in one stretch. If you stop anywhere, then I won't move. So he said, fine. Pulasta said, fine. So when Pulasta was flying over Vrindavan, so Govardhan said, this is the place. So he made himself so heavy that he got some pressure in his stomach, Pulasta. So due to that pressure, he forgot everything, put the mountain down and went to vacate his stomach. So after taking bath, when he came, the mountain is not moving. So he said, what happened? You are not coming. He said, look, you made a condition that if you drop me anywhere, then I will move from there. And so Pulasta became so upset, oh, this is how you tricked me. Okay, I curse you that every day you'll reduce in the size of a sesame seed. So that's how Govardhan, which was actually a great mountain, is gradually diminishing. Now Govardhan is a small little hill actually. The length is quite high, quite long, but height is quite reduced. And eventually what will happen, Govardhan will disappear. So this is how Govardhan came. Similarly, Kalindi, Jamuna came. So Vrindavan actually appeared. So this is how Krishna, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. Vrindavanam parityajya kutra kadapi na gacchati. So this is how Krishna, this Krishna is not an incarnation. This Krishna is the source of all incarnation and his abode is Vrindavan. Now what is the spiritual world known? Vaikuntha. Right? But Vrindavan is beyond Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha is the general direction, general region of the spiritual world. But Vrindavan is even beyond Vaikuntha. And there is a difference between Vaikuntha and Vrindavan. The difference is, in Vaikuntha, the Lord is the Lord. Narayan is God. Everybody knows him, that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But in Vrindavan, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is a cowherd boy. Why he is a cowherd boy? That's also another consideration. Because in Vaikuntha, the Lord is the Supreme Lord. Therefore, his devotees' dealings with him is with that understanding, with Like when there is a very great person, how do you treat him? Can you just deal him as one of you? No, you have to go to him with the folded hands. So there, everyone is worshipping Narayan with folded hands. And but in Vrindavan, the mood is not awe and reverence. Vrindavan, the mood is love. Love. And love takes place between equal or superior, equal or subordinate. Right? So therefore, Vrindavan Krishna is not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If in Vrindavan everybody recognized him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, could they develop a relationship like that of a friend? Could they have developed a relationship like the father and mother? Could they have developed a relationship like his beloved paramours? Amours, not paramours. So there in Vrindavan, because the relationship is that of love, there Krishna is not the Supreme Personality of God. He is not manifesting his identity as the Supreme Personality of God. He is hiding his identity. Yogamaya is covering his identity. So that is Vrindavan. So just consider, you know that in Vrindavan Krishna has friends. How do the friends treat him? Do the friends treat him like the Supreme Personality of Godhead? No, they treat him like their friend. And their attitude is that it's not that, they don't know that Krishna is God. But to them it doesn't matter. This is all, you see, this is also another consideration. There are two kinds of forgetfulness. One forgetfulness is out of ignorance. When you don't know, we forgot that. But there is another forgetfulness is out of love. Example, the son became the state president. Does his mother treat him like a state president? To the mother, you may be whoever it is. You are my son. The mother doesn't treat him like a state president or whatever. Mother rather treats him. Beta, itna raat karke kyun ghar wapas aaya? Why did you come back home so late? Next time you karega to danda. So this is the way the mother treats the son, because of love. The position becomes insignificant when love is there. Like they forget about his position. Similarly, their thing is not out of ignorance. They are out of love, that they don't treat Krishna. Their mood is something like, Krishna, you may be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So what? You're my friend. That's what matters. Like it happens. Madhumangal, an example. Madhumangal is a Brahmana. He is actually the son of Sandipani. So Madhumangal tells Krishna, Krishna, after all, I am a Brahmana. You may be a Kshatriya, or some say you are a Vaishya, whatever it is, but after all, whatever you may be, but I am a Brahmana. So you should offer some respect to me. So Krishna says, you see, Janma Karma. The bigger consideration, superior consideration than Janma is Karma. So look at my activities and try to judge me according to my activities. So he says, Krishna, you are so conceited, so puffed up, so arrogant, always blowing your own trumpet. Why do you think you are so great? What is your great activity? Well, everybody knows I was 7 days old, I killed Pitaputana. When I was 7 years old, I lifted Govardhan. I subdued Kaliya. And he started laughing. See, I told you, you're so conceited. Like you think you lifted, you killed Putana. Everybody knows that the demigods protect the children and elderly people. So when Putana came, is the demigods actually killed him, and you want to take the credit for that. And as far as lifting Govardhan Hill is concerned, everybody knows that the hill was already toppling up, and so everybody gave the support. So you don't consider everybody's support. You want to take the credit yourself. And as far as Kaliya is concerned, everybody saw your situation. You were in the coil of that snake. You are dead. You are dead. And seeing you, when the residents of Vrindavan came and saw you in that condition, some of them fainted, some of them were about to jump into the river to rescue you. And seeing that, I took pity upon you. And then I started to chant the Sarpa Nidhan mantra, the mantra that will kill the Sarpa, the serpent. And due to my mantra, Kaliya became afraid and he left you. And then you jumped up to his head and started to dance as if you have subdued Kaliya. So then she said, oh, I see. So now I am situated in knowledge. I know who you are. Okay, please, Brahmana, please accept my humble obeisance. So this is how Krishna actually deals with his friends. Gopis were searching for Krishna. And Krishna, in order to see some fun, he assumed the form of Narayan. Stood there with his four hands, displaying his 4 hands. And what did the gopis do? Oh Lord Narayan, please bless us that we can find Krishna. They were least concerned about Narayan. All they wanted is Krishna. So that is why, in order to enable the devotees to develop a loving relationship with him, Krishna in Vrindavan is not the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he's just a cow and boy. So that everybody can develop his loving relationship in the mood of friendship, parental and conjugal with him. So thank you very much. Shri Krishna Kanhaiya ki Jai. Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai. Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharaj ki Jai. Shri Govindai ki Jai. Gaur Premanande. Thank you very much. So, I have to say goodbye to all of you. Actually, fortunately, my flight got delayed. So that's why I could be here until about 5:30. Otherwise, I would have been left probably at 5 o'clock. Thank you very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Tridandi Vikhuk Bhakticharu Swami Maharaj ki Jai.
Sunday feast sponsor Ritesh Pradhan and Priti Pradhan. I'd like to request you to please come and perform the arati. And also wanted to announce our VTG for 2020 has arrived. So please come and collect the Bhakticharu magazines from Shweta Shilapuri. Who's doing kirtan?
Hare Pradhan and his good wife Priti Pradhan, and also 2 daughters, Anisha and Anika. Actually, they are sponsoring Sunday feast for the pleasure of Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Gonita Jagannath Vashwatra and all the assembled devotees. Actually, also today is the birthday of these 2 children, Anika and Anisha. So we'll chant the happy birthday for Anika and Anisha. Anika and Anisha. Will you get the name? Anika and Anisha. Chant happy birthday to Anisha, Anika, Anisha. Okay? Together. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anisha. Anisha. Happy birthday to you. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, any prayers? Any special prayers for these 2 children?
Just help Krishna to build their Krishna consciousness.
Okay, then the parents want that we should pray so that these 2 girls, they remain Krishna conscious. So can you pray for these 2 special girls who want to become Krishna conscious? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We'll chant 3 times Hari Bol and you can cut the cake. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Okay, thank you very much. So, also the Sunday school started from today onwards. So, there will be, I think there's 4 semesters. And any parents that they want their children to join Sunday school, whether you can see me at the table, and there's a form that you can fill up, or you can see Ujjashri Mataji. There is a $60 fee for the 1 semester for each children. So you can see me there. You can come and see me if you want to admit your children to the Sunday school. It's very nice. You know, Sunday school they teach you a lot of spiritual stuff, and they also teach. Sometimes they are teaching also art and so many other things. So you can see Ujjashri Mataji for that. And for the monthly members, those who are monthly members of the temple, so we give out Back to God magazine to all of you. Sometimes we mail them to you, but today since the magazine has arrived yesterday, so you can come and see me at the table and you can collect the magazines, Back to God magazines if you are monthly members. Or if you are also Iskcon life member, if you become a life member from Iskcon Atlanta temple, you can also collect your monthly Back to God magazine from the table outside. Also on the 26th August, Monday, Annada Ekadashi. And 6th September, Friday, is the Radha Rani's appearance day, or Radhashtami. So, schedule is made at 6 p.m. there will be Abhishek, 7 p.m. there will be class, the glories of Radharani will be spoken, and 8 p.m. Maharati and 8:30 p.m. Mahaprasad Pradipam. Are Chitapu, are they cooking for Radhashtami? Devotees? Yes. They didn't cooking. Okay, so devotees, we request all of you to cook something for Radharani. Only thing is that if you have, the pots has to be very clean, and you cannot cook with onion and garlic, anything like that. If you have cooked in those for onion and garlic, something like that, then you should use separate pots for cooking for the deities, because you are offering this to Lord Krishna. Before 6 o'clock, you have to bring the offering. So that can be offered, you can give it to the pujaris and they will offer to the deities. So we'll end up here. Okay. So we'll have final darshan and the prasad will be served outside. Thank you very much.